Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, John Maz. This is Market Watch Wednesday. Got some cool things to talk about today. We've got the day after Doge. We're going to talk a little bit about Safemoon. Going to be talking about what's going on with Safemoon and war on rugs and the dip that we're seeing right now, along with what's going on with Doge and why that's dipping. Some interesting things going on in my portfolio I'd like to share with you guys if we have time for it. Also, this is an open AMA. If you guys have any questions you'd like to ask me, now is the time to do it. If you want to go ahead and slide on over to Discord, the voice channel is open for any questions that you may have that you do not feel comfortable putting in the chat, or if you just kind of want to voice your opinion on the voice channel, it is open for everybody. So I know while we're waiting for people to jump in the chat here and for hopefully the channel to fill up, got some interesting things. I know a lot of disappointment yesterday during Doge Day and everything that went on. Didn't see the pump that we were expecting to get. Did see a bit of a dip. However, we did get some interesting news from Doge today. And you got to remember, guys, Doge Day is not about pumping Doge. It's about doing good to your community, doing good for your community and your fellow man. It's about doing one kind thing and passing it on. That's what Doge Day is about. It's not about pumping a coin. It's about bettering yourself and bettering humanity and doing something nice for a stranger. That's what Doge Day is all about. It's not about pumping a coin. We were expecting some big news to come out during Doge Day. However, we got it a day late. Elon Musk didn't pop in there, say anything, but that's to be expected. Me personally, I wasn't expecting Doge Day to be this giant leap for Dogecoin, and I'm glad it didn't do a giant leap and hit $1 yesterday. That would have been very bad for Dogecoin in the long run. If you look at the chart here, you can kind of see, I got this Fibonacci retracement setup going on over the past couple of days, and it's hitting resistance points and it's consolidating right around this line here. So hopefully we'll see some good resistance and we'll bounce off this line and we'll come back up to the 41, 42, 45, 50 cent mark where we want to be. Elon Musk has been hinting towards news coming out around Dogecoin and putting Doge on the moon. He does have a launch scheduled for today or tomorrow, or the 23rd. We'll have to see what goes on. He's partnering up with NASA, launching people to the space station. From the space station, that's only the next step before he starts putting people on the moon and on Mars. So he's got a lot going on. I didn't expect him to tweet out yesterday in Doge Day. It is what it is. A lot of people are expecting this big news to pop up and for Dogecoin to hit $1. So everyone bought in and we saw the spike and everything else. It's not what Doge Day is about, guys. It's about bettering each other and humanity and helping out. In all honesty, I've got some comments in the chat. Yep, absolutely. So one of the things I am going to be mentioning today, and kind of jumped the gun a little bit. It's all right. One of our members in the chat pointed out that Safemoon is having another AMA on Twitch, I believe around 3:30 today, kind of answering some of the questions of what's going on with the post from War on Rugs and what had happened with the dump and everything like that. I can kind of pull up what I have found so far and share with you guys. Let's take a look at the price of, that's Dogecoin. It looks real similar to Safemoon a while back, huh? So if I scroll out here, let's zoom way out. We can go back and see where we're at. So just for an example, guys, so you have a reference, we saw Dogecoin pump and dipped and consolidate for a long time before it pumped again. It's not an uncommon thing for any tradable pair to see. Is a pump, retrace, consolidate, and then pump again. Safemoon, pumped up, consolidated, pumped up, and we're seeing nice step patterns here. And we kind of dip back down today. We're still dipping a little bit, but I think it's a good consolidation point. This is such a new coin and such a new program and project that we're going to see a lot of these up and downs as the project develops. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a pump and dump. If you got in now, if you got in a week ago, you'd be up, 100x. It's already made millionaires. So if you bought in now, you'd still have the potential of making quite a bit of money. The goal is to get the first, level is to get Safemoon to a penny. We're not even anywhere near that right now. We have a long way to go. But if you buy in now in the early stages, you stand to make millions and millions of dollars as the coin grows if the project gets the recognition and goes in the direction that it says it's going to go in. Welcome to the chat, Captain. Nice to see you. So yeah, let me pull up the Twitter here from Safemoon. You can kind of see here we had some responses from the CEO of Safemoon. We got a new listing, MXC listing, which is good. So we're getting on other exchanges. It's growing. That was one of the things that he had mentioned yesterday, is that he got Safemoon on 2 more exchanges. I guess MXC is one of them. And we see here, the CEO, John. I know real Safemoon holders won't fall for the fake news and shadowy entries. If anyone wants to challenge what Safemoon stands for, come into our live AMA for a civil discussion. Fast response to a Twitter post that was very detrimental to what Safemoon's price was, and we saw that huge dip. But he responded on Twitter. He responded on Reddit. He got it out there. Say, hey, look, no, this is what's going on. This is why we have 50% of liquidity kind of put away and locked up. We don't have it. It's locked up because we need that liquidity for exchanges. We're not on any exchanges. He even says, I understand there's an issue with PancakeSwap. I understand there's an issue with CoinMarketCap. That liquidity is to benefit the program or benefit the project and move forward. Help us get on additional exchanges. Help us build our own exchange. That's what that money is there for. That's what those coins are there for. And he's responding as quickly as he possibly can to this negative post. Let me pull up that post for you if you haven't seen it yet. This is what everyone was talking about, why everyone was freaking out. We have a scam advisor. Reason owner owns more than 50% of the liquidity and refuses to fix it. He could pull LP on sell tokens, creating a rug pull. He tells you it's locked up. It's not his. He doesn't have it's a locked up asset for projects, for the development of the coin. And he's doing a live AMA. He's posting on Twitter. He's posting on Reddit. The word is getting out there, and he's calling these people out, saying, "Hey, come talk to me. Come ask me the questions in a civil manner. Don't just blast my project and say it's a scam. Reach out to me, talk to me." And that's kind of a pretty cool thing to do. He's taking kind of the bull by the horns, in my opinion, and saying, "Look, this is a brand new project. We have come so far, so fast. We have over 1 million holders now. What's going on? Why are you saying this about our coin? Why are you saying about the project?" We've already disclosed why that liquidity is locked up. It may be 50%, but anybody holding any of the Safemoon tokens know that every 5 seconds your balance increases. It's a new coin with any project you guys get into, whether it be new, whether it be something. The way I'm looking at Safemoon, I think it's a good project. I have good feelings about it. However, knowing that it's a new project, knowing that it's got super high risk, the money that I have invested in Safemoon, I already consider gone. It's money that I am willing to lose on a gamble. That's what this is. This is a high risk gamble. I think it's got good potential. I think it's got a lot of good bones behind it. The CEO, everybody else doing AMAs. But I consider that money gone. I've invested in it. it's there. If I succeed and I become a millionaire over from Safemoon, fabulous. I'll praise it. But when you invest in something, any type of trading, the golden rule is don't invest or trade more than you're willing to lose. I'm willing to lose everything that I have tied up in Safemoon. It was my gamble. It was my risk to take. I'm not going to believe the FUD. I'm going to believe the project. I'm going to, stand by the CEO. I'm going to follow the news. I'm going to take everything with a grain of salt, do my own research, and hopefully it'll work out for us, right? So Carl says he figured out the B&B problem. Wanted to get to say thanks. Awesome. Glad you figured it out. I know there are some big issues with Safemoon and Trust Wallet and BNB and so on. Binance had a huge update. They updated to a new wallet and a new full platform that they announced earlier today, and it kind of looks like it caused some hiccups down the line for a lot of new crypto projects that are using that pancake swap or that smart chain swap situation. So it wasn't just Safemoon; it was other number of other projects that also suffered. Just where Safemoon is one of the higher trending cryptos right now, they got the most attention, unfortunately. Alex, the AMA is open. Whenever you want to ask a question, man, I'll do my best to answer it. Unfortunately, I do have to go look over in that direction to read the questions, but I'll do my best to make sure that I catch your question. And of course, guys, I appreciate everybody that shows up and everybody that comes and supports the channel. If you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, make sure you hit that like button to really push this content out to more and more people. I try to keep my information as straight to the point and as direct as I possibly can. If I misspeak at any time or if my information is off, call me out on it. I'm not an angry person. This is an open forum for everybody to share knowledge and express their opinion and join the conversation. That's what it's all about. So if you're not talking here, slide on over to Discord. Every Wednesday, the voice channel is open. If you want to come on live with me and ask questions and talk to the community, I invite you to do so. Yeah, so Alex, there is a Safemoon AMA today. I believe it's around 3:30 on Twitch. I don't know if that's Eastern or Standard Time. I'm trying to see if they have it here on their Discord or their Twitter page for you. Yeah, Safemoon, 1 million followers or 1 million holders. All right, let me see if I can get that AMA information for you, Alex, before I answer the other Alex's question. Deposits. So they got the new exchange up and running. Deposits, it looks like they're available soon. USDT. Deposits available. Trading. Tonight, the CEO of Safemoon locks $250 million worth of profit or liquidity profit. So he's locking it up. It's not his. He's telling it it's getting locked up, put away. So he's just saying that it's a discussion. I don't see a time, unfortunately, for the AMA. Major updates in tonight's AMA live stream with CEO and head developer. Hopefully we'll get a time later on. If I find the time, I'll make sure that I post it on Discord as well so everybody can tune in. Is Safemoon a scam or not? What do you think? Like I said, it's too early to tell. My gut feeling that it's not a scam. I believe that a lot of these other followers and copycats maybe are far more likely to be scams than, say, Safemoon. If you look at the Safemoon page, if you look at the development team, they're in the open. They're sharing their faces. You know who they are. You know what's going on. You know, every step of the way they're telling us. They're calling out people that are throwing FUD around. They are, making an effort to do right by the project. To me, that speaks volumes for a cryptocurrency. That it's not a scam. They say, hey, no, we see the problems with these pancake swap. We see the problems with Binance. We're working on fixing them. They're saying, hey, look, we still have our own exchange that we're in development of. It's the Safemoon protocol exchange where they're implementing their tokenomics into an exchange and wallet platform is huge. If you're not aware of what's going on with what they're doing, it's not just a typical exchange in place to hold your assets. They're implementing their whole tokenomics into their exchange. So when you hold Doge or you hold Bitcoin or Litecoin or Ethereum or BNB or whatever is on their exchange, they're applying the tokenomics system to those coins. So as you hold it, you get interest on those coins, just like you do right now on their Safemoon protocol token if you hold it. If you check your wallet, you're supposed to be receiving additional Safemoon tokens every 5 seconds roughly for that coin. So the longer you hold it, the more coins you typically have at the end of the day, right? Again, it's a very new project. I invested in it. I feel strongly about it. I've invested in it way before it pumped, so I'm currently up on it. I'm still holding on it. I haven't sold any of my coins. I've actually bought more when it dipped. I feel it has a lot of potential and it still has a long journey ahead of it, but I feel that it can do very well and do some real good in the crypto space. I hope it's not a scam. I'm not going to say it's not a scam. Absolutely not. I hope it's not a scam. But the money that I have invested in it, I've already considered it lost. I'm willing to lose the money that I've invested in Safemoon. Whether it's a scam or not, that money is already gone. If I make $1 million off it, hooray for me. If I lose the money I've invested in it, too bad. I got maybe $2,000 invested in Safemoon right now. It's a loss to me. It's already gone. Not worried about it. It is what it is. Yeah, sorry I couldn't find that information for you about the Safemoon AMA tonight. Yeah, I don't see any dates for it. Hopefully, if something pops up, like I said, I'll put it over in Discord for everyone to check out. So lots of people had issues, just continuing with the Safemoon topic right now because it seems to be so popular. Lots of people had issues with the Trust wallet and getting your hands on Safemoon tokens yesterday while Binance was updating their systems. There are ways around it. You just have to do your due diligence. You have to do your research. One of the sources that I found to be able to purchase Trustmoon tokens was to download another app called SafePal. SafePal trades with USDT pairs. So I transferred some USDT into it, transferred some Doge into it, transferred some Bitcoin into that wallet, exchanged it all for USDT, exchanged the USDT for BNB, and transferred the BNB to my Trust wallet, where I converted it to the smart chain, and then bought the Safemoon token from the Pancake Swap. And yes, I understand that Pancake Swap prices are not accurate. However, at this point in time, I still think the project is very early. So whatever price I can get my hands on Safemoon, I'm happy with. And again, I'm already up on it. So the more I can stock up on it, the happier I'll be before it hits a penny. So here's the Safemoon Reddit page. And everybody's talking about PSA concerning the FUD from PooCoin and war on rugs. So everybody's talking about it. It's not a dead subject. It's not a dead coin. I just, things like this happen when you have such a strong support and following for such a new coin. There's always going to be naysayers out there. There's always going to be FUD. But a lot of times you see development teams not follow up on the FUD. and not fight it. This team is fighting it. They're saying, hey, look, we understand the concern that Warren Ruggs had with the 50% of liquidity. This is where it's going. That $250 million or 50% of the liquidity, this is what's going on with it. This is where it's at. This is what we're doing with it, and so on. So I think that says some puts a lot of perspective in terms of the team and what they're saying about the coin and the support that they have for their own cryptocurrency and how far they want to push it. I think that's pretty cool. Not to consider, the fact that the development team burned all of their original tokens that they had before the launch even took place. They dumped all of their own holdings for Safemoon. They burned them before they launched it to the community. So I don't know. It's to me, they're going through a lot of effort to make it seem as if it's not a scam. If it was a scam, they would have pulled out when it hit its high and made millions of dollars and been done with it. But they're still pushing it. They're still pushing the project, and they're still willing to talk to the community, which I think is huge. Any other questions about Safemoon and what's going on? I'm going to try to change subjects here a little bit. I'm going to go back and talk about Dogecoin a little bit. All right, you had your chance. I'm talking about Doge. So, Dogecoin launched this morning that they have officially launched their Doge DEX, their Dogecoin exchange, to the public. I just want to make sure everyone understands that this is the beta. This is not the final product for the Dogecoin exchange. There are still bugs that clearly need to be worked out. If you downloaded it, sometimes the desktop application doesn't work for Windows. Atomic Swap doesn't automatically work, or there's an issue with the download. This is only the beta. If you scroll down, if you go to the Doge DEX actual website and you scroll down to the roadmap, you can clearly see they're not preparing to really launch the exchange until May. So by them pushing it out here in April, where we're seeing some cool things. We're seeing, the mobile app is up and running, but the desktop app for Windows, we're just seeing a beta right now. We're not seeing the final product for the Dogecoin exchange. So just be prepared for that. I want you guys to understand that's all new stuff that still has to be developed and worked on and coming down the line. With any new project, there's always going to be bugs to be worked out. Look at Binance. They had bugs that they worked out yesterday, and they updated the whole system. So it happens. But their mobile app looks real nice. These are just some screenshots of it. I'm definitely probably going to switch to Doge DEX once the final beta is over and they do release the final product in May. I have high hopes for it. It looks real great from what they're saying and how they're talking about it, using Atomic Swap as their main base. I would love for Robinhood to give me my wallets and my keys so I can transfer what I have on Robinhood away from Robinhood and put it on this exchange. Ideally, that's what I want to do, and that's the hopes I have. We still have a lot of catalysts in the running for Dogecoin to really get that push it needs to get it past that 50-cent mark and up to 69 cents and $1 and so on. Doge DEX being one of them. We're already seeing some implications and launching and beta versions of that going on. There's still talks about Coinbase being Coinbase listing Dogecoin. Still talks of Robinhood giving us access to our wallets. We got Twitch is now accepting Dogecoin, so that was pretty cool that a lot of people aren't talking about right now. If you're in the tech space and you use Newegg, you can use your Dogecoin on Newegg to purchase products. So there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes with Doge that people really aren't talking about that need to be talked about, that need to be said. Say, hey, look, the development team, it's an open source project. So everybody that's on the development team or assisting the main development team in coding are all volunteers. And they're all working, off other people's projects and codes and everything else. So to have Dogecoin come so far, so fast in such a small amount of time considering that the wallet that we had prior to this new one coming out hadn't been updated since 2015. And all of a sudden, Dogecoin takes off because of Elon Musk. We got the development team back on track, and now we have all this new stuff coming out for Dogecoin all at once. Huge catalysts. It's going to take time. We just got an article in Forbes magazine. Forbes has a 16 million followers on Twitter. They just came out with an article that's all about Dogecoin. These are big catalysts that are going to take time to really push the coin. So that's my opinion on it. I love Dogecoin. I've been holding Dogecoin for a long time. You can go through some of my older videos that are far worse than these ones, and you can see that I've held Doge for a long time. So to see it come this far, this fast is pretty cool. Okay, so it looks like MT has been saying he's been having some issues purchasing Safemoon. If he wanted to, just won't work on PancakeSwap with Binance, Smart Wallet, or MetaMask. So there are some issues. So I was able to get BNB finally over to my Trust wallet, and it did take a couple tries. Make sure you set your slippage to 11 or 12 or 13, and you just every time it rejects it, hit continue. Just keep going back and forth. Let it refresh. There is so much movement and volume right now around Safemoon that PancakeSwap is having trouble keeping up. So you have to continue to hit refresh and keep trying to get that transaction to go through. It does go through eventually. It did take me a little while this morning to get mine to work after I got my BNB finally over to my Trust wallet. So just be aware of that. There is so much volume, and that's what that slippage is for, is because you're not going to get it exactly at the price that you want. You're going to get that slippage either up or down. You may, God willing, and you get that downward swing of the slippage, and you get it for a lower price than you thought, so you get more Safemoon tokens. However, that's what it's for. So just keep hitting that refresh button if you're using PancakeSwap and you're using the Trust wallet. It's going to keep hitting it until it finally goes through. It's not a warning saying that your balances are off. It's a warning saying that it didn't get it for the price that you originally selected. It moved past that 11% slippage point because it's moving so fast. Hope that makes sense. Hope that helped out. So if you guys have been glued to your computers like myself, and you've been watching Dogecoin and Safemoon and Bitcoin just fall, you can't watch it 24/7, 7 days a week. So I like to play games or do whatever else. So this one here, this is a free Bitcoin, bitco.in. There should be a link in the description down below. If not, I will put one in there for a referral link. They got some fun projects, fun little games. Obviously, it's a faucet, so you can roll the dice every hour and win Satoshis. And then you can take those Satoshis and go over and roll the dice some more, play high and low. They also have online betting. If you're into betting and gambling, you use your Satoshis to bet with different upcoming games and events, whether it be the Ethereum price, the Bitcoin price coming out in April. We got some games here. So they got some interesting things going on. The platform is constantly updating and developing. So you can so they have their own token that they're now launched that you can get your hands on as well. And then you can also win a Lambo. You can enter to win a Lamborghini on their site. And of course, they also offer interest rates for your BTC. So if you hold a certain amount of BTC on their site, you get paid a 4.0% APY, which is pretty cool. So you can play, have fun, gamble, roll the dice, potentially win some additional BTC, and then earn interest on it as well. It's a fun little site, passes the time. You're not going to become a millionaire through it unless you're extremely lucky, but it's a fun way to pass the time. And again, I'll put that link in the description down below for everybody.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Not much. Just finished masters.
Gotcha.
So someone here by himself. What's up?
Not much. Welcome to the chat. You are live on YouTube with us, just to let you know.
Damn, nice. Hi, YouTube. I was here. It's the first timer for me. I'm so excited.
Awesome, man. Well, welcome to
So,
the chat. What do you got for us?
not much. I'm more of a rookie, guys. I'm so sorry. I don't want to disappoint, but I'm barely here for learning and learning from the other guys.
Right on. I mean, that's what the whole community is about. That's what the channel, the YouTube channel is about, and the Discord community is just to help each other and grow and learn, right?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to be a quick learner because a lot of guys get annoying when they just don't understand stuff and they become bombers.
Don't worry about them. The
Yeah,
development
no, no.
team and the moderators we have on Discord are
The
awesome
the
guys.
community has
So,
been completely amazing so far. So no worries about that. The internet is the place.
well, if you ever have any issues, make sure you know. I go by Nari Fox on Discord. I'm the admin. Go ahead and message me if you have any issues with anybody on the server, and we'll take care of it.
Oh really? Damn, nah, man. I don't have any issues with anyone. It's a long day for everyone. We all have problems.
Yeah, a lot of stress. Everybody was waiting for that huge spike in Dogecoin yesterday, and
Oh,
everybody
don't
that's
even
holding
remind me
Safemoon.
about it.
Yeah.
I had a girl that was super uninterested in this, and she was like, "Alright, I'm just gonna invest a bit into that," while it was like 2 cents.
Yep.
And I was okay, but it's a meme though. Like it's not gonna work, right? Jokes on me, huh?
Hey man, it's all roll the dice. You know, when it comes to crypto, it's kind of a little bit of a gamble. But you know, if you're mining it like I am, or a lot of guys in Discord, or if you're a long time investor, I mean, even though with the coin dipped yesterday in the past couple days, I'm still up because I've been holding it for the past 3 years. So it all depends on when you get in and
Well,
how you get in and how much you're willing to invest.
well, I'm only 22 and I don't really have a bell chest, so there's not much I can invest. I'm just starting with I get like 500 euros, which I have to convert and stuff. And I'm trying to make a good guess on what I should buy first, but it seems like stable coins are a get go for me.
Yeah, stable coins are great. What platform are you using?
Uh, Binance by recommendations.
Okay. Yeah, Binance is a pretty good one. It's not a bad exchange. There are other ones out there. I mean, so you said you have to convert euros, so you don't have to. Here in the United States, we have to follow the KYC, know your customer. So a lot of those exchanges won't accept U.S. customers. So you have a lot more options available to you than say somebody in the U.S. does. Just be careful because there are a lot of scam exchanges out there. Binance is not. There are a bigger exchange, so you're okay there. But expand your horizon. You might find a project that's not on Binance that may be on a different exchange. Just ask the community and see what's going on.
I'm actually taking notes as you're going.
no,
This is pretty helpful. I don't know why I imagined that by not being in the States, I don't have as many options.
no,
It always seems like you guys get the news first and like you're on top of everything. So like we get some influence, but we are not really catching up as fast as I think we should be.
we may get some of the news first, but unfortunately, like I said, so depending on what state you're in. So, for example, if you're in New York, you almost have no access to cryptocurrency. They've locked down crypto exchanges hardcore for people in New York or New Hampshire. I'm a little further south. I don't have that kind of restriction, but I still have to follow what's called KYC, know your customer. So I have to fill
Mhm.
out, my driver's license sometimes and give them my social security number for tax reasons and everything else. So they're tracking all of my cryptocurrency exchanges and trades. And it's a pain in the ass come tax season for us. Uh, but it's
Well,
they say it's to protect us. And however, I have to go VPN routes and all these other backhanded routes to get my hands on new projects, which is time consuming. Where, you know, for example, if you wanted to buy Safemoon, one of the coins that we're talking about today, you guys have access to Bitmart or Whitebit, and I don't have access to those here in the States, but someone overseas or Europe or UK would.
it's actually I'm also into a Facebook group that's local. I myself am from Romania.
Okay.
Um, and they do talk about SafeMoon a lot and about how it dipped today or something. A lot of news about it. I will not talk uneducated guess, but like, yeah, it's pretty popular. It's actually, I'm glad to see that we
Ye-
have an eye on what you guys have to struggle a little bit more, I guess.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier. There's a group out there called PooCoin, and they posted something on Twitter. It's called War on Rugs, and they just blasted Safemoon, saying that it was a scam, saying that the development team and the CEO has 50% of the coin liquidity locked up. But then the CEO,
I've read that, so it's not true.
right, and then the CEO came out immediately after and said, "Hey, come talk to me. This isn't true. That 50% is set up for further developing the coin." And he has a live
Hmm.
AMA tonight on Twitch talking about anything anybody wants to ask about his coin. So I think that speaks volumes for the coin and the project itself. Is
Yeah,
that
it adds some trust at least.
yeah,
I think
absolutely.
I should try and get some actually.
I mean, we could do some numbers sake for everybody that's watching on YouTube. So if I pull up my calculator for everyone to see, except for you, of course. I'm sorry, you're chatting with me, but
Yeah, no, for sure. It's fine. I'm not even watching. I came here from YouTube channel, I think,
gotcha.
but I didn't try and like focus on that. So I'm not gonna watch the stream now because then I will get nervous.
So I'm just gonna use my balance. So I'm actually currently holding 478,277,314 Safemoon tokens. Right, that's my current value.
Right.
That's my current holdings. If I were to hold that until, let's say, Safemoon hits a cent, okay, so 1 penny, that would make me
Yeah.
$47 million, $47.8 million. So my $1,200 investment, my $2,000 investment yesterday, which earned me the 400 and some odd million Safemoon tokens, if I held it to a penny, it would make me $47 million. I think that's worth the gamble, in my opinion. Whether it's a scam or not, I'm willing to lose the $1,200 for a chance to win, for a chance to earn 47.8 million. And I'm all for it. I think that's a pretty reasonable risk that I'm willing to take.
Yeah. Yeah. Taking notes. Taking notes. That's pretty cool. Actually, no. I take notes and I research by watching the comment sections of Twitter, which is not that popular around here, but I found it to be a pretty good social media compared to Facebook.
I mean, that's what it comes out to. Whenever I trade, whenever I'm a former college instructor. I'm a former teacher. I taught business management. I taught business ethics and so on. And whenever I talk about
Wow.
business and I talk about investing, it's 80% emotional and 20% analysis. So you have to kind of monitor and control your emotions, but also be able to read and see what other people are feeling in the space, whether it be social media with Twitter and Facebook, or whether it be some kind of hot article that came out on some other guy's vlog, whatever it may be. So you got to take all that information in, process it, and weed out what you think is the best position for you. Whether it be, hey, I'm going to wait a little bit, or no, you know what, this looks like a good time for me to get into. And then it comes to the emotional point. Are you willing to lose that money you're investing? If you're going to invest in anything, you have to be willing
Yeah.
to lose what you're investing. It's always going to be a
That's
gamble.
the first rule that I've been taught.
Yep.
So, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. That's why I don't have a lot to gamble with, but a bit of everything that attracts my curiosity, I think, is a good start. I'm not in a hurry. I just don't want to be left out.
Yeah.
And I've been passionate about that for a long time.
Good. That's what it's all about, man. It's just staying passionate about it. Being willing to learn. You say you're taking notes. That's a great start. That's where it all starts, man. Is just studying, taking notes, and learning the patterns of the market. There's a great site out there that was created by um, a gentleman from the Wall Street Bets group called Stock Compiler, and it takes all the social media platforms that are out there, or a large portion of them, and it skims them and it looks for the most talked about asset, whether it be like an AMC stock or GameStop or they're talking about Dogecoin or Safemoon, and it tells you what's trending. So you don't have to go
I
skimming.
see.
You don't have to go skimming through
I'm on
Twitter or
it right
Facebook.
now. Yeah, it's filled with charts and everything and
Yep,
news.
it's a pretty
Wow.
cool site.
Yeah, it's bookmarked already. I'm sorry, I have to take advantage because it seems like the internet, or for a bit of time, it's felt like it's so filled with information that, and so much of it is spam. Like you have to run your filters on anything, and it's understandable. A lot of people don't really want to share their secrets, but I guess that's what happens when you are hop late on the train, and it's normal. Like it should be harder to get into than it was
Right.
before, or at least they're getting popular. They're being so popular to the point where people don't know what to believe anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we are only getting our first Bitcoins ATMs here. And yeah, also studies are pretty time consuming. So they
Yeah,
don't really teach you financial education and they don't really teach you these things.
yeah.
So
They
internet is your
don't
best
teach
friend
much
for
of it
sure.
over here either. I think that's kind of the
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately the world consensus is let's not teach our youth about finances. Let's let them suffer, which is
Yeah,
tough. I
a
mean,
great stake.
yeah, it's a big mistake. Like I said, I taught at a state college. It was just a small school, but I taught anywhere between the ages of 18 all the way up to people that were in their 40s and 50s. So I ran a
Mhm.
program there, and the amount of people that came in that wanted to start their own business but had no knowledge of it was just unbelievable. You know,
Right.
I spent more of my time just talking about the finer aspects of business without even getting deeper into it, like running an LLC or an S corp here in the states. Just kind of just going over the basics. Like you can
Mm-hmm.
write off so much for
It's
taxes.
so hard to get your eyes taken by the hype and everything. While you could just find a good source of education, I guess. But it's harder to find a good source or like something that makes sense compared to just following whatever is popular.
Right.
And I'm seeing these trends in a lot of places. Like I see great channels that don't rack up as many subscribers as I don't want to say YouTube channels that I dislike, but there are a lot of them that are kind of in the low spectrum. Like I don't feel like people are invested into it, and they get up a lot of hype, a lot of attention. I don't know. It's like people want a bit of a conflict in things rather than to just
Mm-hmm.
have nice conversations. Let's say. I'm
And
sorry if I'm like going off subject.
no, no, you're fine, man. That's what it's all about, and that's kind
As
of
long as
why
stream
I
doesn't hate me, shit.
no, don't worry about it. I mean, that's more or less what this YouTube channel is about. It's just, you know, let's get as much knowledge out there. Let's talk about it. Let's get, you know, whether it be cryptocurrency, whether it be stock investing, whether it be real estate, whether it be some kind of side hustle that you're doing. It doesn't really matter to me. Let's just start the conversation right now. You know, the hot topic is around cryptocurrency, but you know, like I said, I'm a former teacher and I have a background in welding. That's my primary source of income for many years. Is I'm a certified aerospace welder. You know, I could go right now and get a job in Texas with SpaceX if I wanted to apply, but it's not where I want to be right now. This is where I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I'm all about, you know, whatever question you guys have, whether it be on Discord or YouTube. I just ask everybody to join the conversation. You know, it doesn't matter what it's about. I'll do my best to answer
Mm-hmm.
it.
Can I ask an opinion?
Sure.
Do you think Asics are moral towards the community?
So Asic
Or
Miners.
like,
Um,
yes, yes.
I'm a big Asic guy, so my opinion may be a little biased. I
Mm-hmm.
like Asic Miners. I think it brings a sense or a state of access to more people. You don't really have to have a ton of knowledge to run an ASIC miner. It's a lot of it's just plug and play. Where if you're running a GPU miner or you're running some of these other miners, you have to have a little bit more of an understanding or tech background. I think ASICs. I know the prices of some ASICs are through the roof. However, you know, back before Dogecoin pumped, I made a couple videos on L3 plus miners, and you could pick those up back then for $300 or $400, and you know, some simple downloading and uploading some new firmware, and you had a machine that could be profitable again. I think ASICs just give more people the opportunity to get involved in cryptocurrency. There are resources out there for GPU and CPU mining, but like I said, you have to have a little bit of a tech background to really get involved or be willing to ask a lot of questions and eat up a lot of your time. Where ASICs, like I said, it's just plug and play. So I'm geared more towards ASICs. I am pretty tech savvy. However, I just think ASICs are fairly simple. I can stick them in a back room, plug them in, and I'm making money.
I see. Yeah, it makes sense. It's an easier piece of tech.
Yeah.
Are they really hard to get in the States right now?
They
Like,
are.
are they their
It's
prices super inflated?
Yeah. So one of the sites that I use is asicminervalue.com, and they go through a lot of the specs or default settings for a lot of these miners that are coming out, whether they're new or old. And they also give you a list of vendors and whether they're trusted or they're not trusted and tested. So I guess what they're doing is they're buying or they're purchasing from these individual vendors. Some of them are great, some of them are not so great. There's not too many vendors here in the United States, or the vendors here in the United States, their stock is limited. Like if you're buying from Russia or China or the Netherlands or even Hong Kong, their supplies are far more abundant than ours here in the States because of coming in right now. So it is a little difficult to buy brand new equipment. However, eBay is a wonderful source for people to get their hands on secondhand equipment. And I've made videos on how to, say, tear down a Bitmain miner and clean it up and get it up and running and useful again. So yeah, it's tough here in the States to get your hand on equipment, but it's not impossible.
I see. Took more notes.
Now we're talking a little bit about miners and profitabilities here. So I got my screen up, and I'll talk you through it since you're listening. Let me see if I can find it here on the map. So let's see here. Bitmain. Probably easy if I just type it in instead of trying to search. There we go. So like the L3 Plus. What's that?
No, I was looking at an Antminer S19J, which is sold out.
Yeah, those are one of the higher powered ones. But like my favorite miner is the Antminer L3. It mines the script algorithm, and in their stock settings, they're making between 7 and 850 a day, and then that's a stock setting. That's between 500 to 600 mega hash. My L3 pluses are overclocked to the max. I've had them for years. I just make sure that I do regular maintenance on them and they run fine. And I'm pushing between 700 and 720 mega hash. So I'm almost doubling a lot of the profits that you can make with these machines. Like there's a great site out there called prohashing.com, and you can actually input the amount of hash rate that you have, and they'll give you your payout versus Litecoin versus pro switching, which is what I recommend doing, where your miner bounces back and forth between the most profitable coin at any given time, and it pays you out accordingly. So that's typically where I point my miners, is either the Discord server that I run has a merged mining pool where we all put our hashing power in together and try to solve blocks together and pay out that way. Or I point mine at prohashing.com. I'm just going to pull up their tools here, the worker configuration, just so everyone on YouTube listening can follow along. Script algorithm.
Yeah.
And right now I'm getting about
I'm reading about pro switching right now.
Yep.
The pool status.
And just for reference, my machines on average get about 1.38 gigahash. So my machines are making me just under $30 a day. Just two machines that are overclocked is making me $30 a day.
my 2060 from my gaming laptop is making about half a doggy every 2 days. So Doge, I'm sorry. That's what I called the meme before I heard it out loud. So in my mind, it was doggy.
That's fine. No worries. Come on, Nick. That can't be true. I got a guy in the comments here saying he found the channel yesterday. Thanks for finding the channel. Thanks for joining us today. Says he wants to start mining, but is afraid his brain is as smooth as a bowling ball. That is hilarious, but I'm sure it's not true. It's not as complicated as you may think, Nick. Again, ask questions here. Every Wednesday I'm live. If you want to ask questions, it's always an open AMA here on the channel every Wednesday. And I'm always in the Discord server as well. There's tons of guys over on Discord that can help you, not just myself. So depending on what you're doing, like I specialize in Asic mining. I know I can dabble a little bit when it comes to GPU and CPU mining, but there are guys far more capable of helping out for GPU mining than I am. And I can help point you in the right direction, and we'll find solutions to any problem that you may have. So that's what the channel's all about. That's what the Discord's all about. And welcome, welcome, welcome.
How many people are being part of the stream right now?
There's only 14 people listening right now, which is good. I mean, it's a fairly new channel, so I'm happy with that. And then we got you over here on Discord listening in, so that makes me even happier that I got someone participating.
It's all about the doubling game.
It is. You know, and it's been.
Like this is the kind of content that I would watch even if I wouldn't stumble upon it.
Yeah. It's been a struggle for me. I've gotten a lot of great advice from other YouTubers and podcasters on how to hold your mic and how to videotape and how to record and things like that. I feel that my comfort level has grown quite a bit with the channel and talking to a camera. As before, when I first started, I felt far more comfortable speaking to a class of 50 or 75 about business than I do talking to a camera. So it's definitely been a learning curve for me and a comfort level, but it's getting there. I think we're growing the channel. It's grown so much just in the past couple of months since I've devoted myself to it.
It's about getting used with talking with the camera and talking about with them that are at home and everything. And you should get better at it. As long as you're doing what you like and you're growing, that doesn't even matter. And at the end of the day, you are helping people through some way because you're putting good information out there. So
right,
yeah,
I appreciate
it's a
that's
game right now because it's a big platform.
Yeah, it's huge platform, and like you said, it's all about just getting the content out there and helping as many people as possible. Now I'm reading up.
Maybe a lot of people will watch about Safemoon in a bit while they make.
Yeah, I think that's more or less why. Yeah, I think that's why so many people are tuning in right now than in the past. I did have a question here earlier. Somebody was asking about BCN, and someone else was asking about SafeStar. So to me, it looks like SafeStar is just a replica of Safemoon. Doesn't look. I mean, it's so this format here. I got it pulled up on my screen for everybody listening or watching on YouTube. This format here that you're looking at is a cookie cutter format. This to me screams scam. It may be a good way to get in and make some money and get out, but I don't see SafeStar lasting too long. This to me screams scam. These are cookie cutter websites. This is something that someone paid for, threw some text in here, copied and pasted it. It doesn't look good. So let me swing over to Safemoon so you can see the difference between Safemoon and this SafeStar site. Where is Safemoon? Safemoon here. So this is safestar.me, who is the site. Again, it's on PancakeSwap and another exchange. Like I said, it just looks too cookie cutter to me. This is reminiscent of a lot of cryptos that were trying to make it back before it really took off in 2020 or 2019. This screams scam to me. So let's look at Safemoon. Look how clean this looks. These are custom animations, custom GIFs, custom ticker symbols and clocks. This looks clean and professional. This does not scream scam. This screams that they have put some serious time, effort, and resources into developing their site. And I have done it in the past. I'm not going to pull it up now because it's going to take me too much time on a live stream. They have actually registered this domain back in 2014 or 2015, I believe. So they've had this domain and been working on this project for a long time. And that's what I'm talking about, doing your due diligence and doing your research. Search the websites. Look up where they came from and when they were initially purchased, the domains were initially purchased. It might kind of give you an inclination about when the cryptocurrency project had already started. So, yeah, looking at this, that they're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, Telegram, Discord. They have merch available. This is a nice website. SafeStar, not so nice. It's dark. It looks like it's off a template from somebody that purchased it on Fiverr. Not impressed. So I'd say SafeStar is probably a scam. Somebody else also brought up BCN.
I'm sorry if I made some unwanted noise.
No, you're fine. No worries. So BCN looks a little cleaner than SafeStar, and it looks like it's been around for quite a bit longer than a lot of these cryptocurrencies as well. So, I mean, I've actually mined BCN on other platforms. I don't know if it will ever recover. It could. I'm not super interested in BCN, so I really can't give you too much information on it. So good luck with it if you're holding it. Someone's also asking about BTT. We talked about BTT in the last live stream. I held BTT and bought it almost towards its conception, made some huge gains off it, sold it off, and I'm regretting not holding it as longer. BTT has seen some really amazing numbers. I think it's a good coin. I think it's got a decent future if the development team can stay on top of it. So BTT is BitTorrent, and right now we're sitting at 0.0077 cents. And just in the past couple months, it's gone pretty much straight up. We went from 0.003 all the way up to 0.12 or 1 cent, and we're back down a little bit. Again, I wish I held on to it to that point. I think it's a strong coin. I think it's got a good community behind it, and that's really what it comes down to, is the community and whether the community is active for a lot of these projects. If the community is dead, then it's really not worth your time because no one's developing it any further.
Is Safemoon mineable?
It is not mineable. Safemoon is not mineable. It is a reward, or tokenomics is what they're calling it. So after you buy it and you hold it in a certified wallet, it should pay you royalties every 5 seconds or so. So I can actually pull up my wallet here. See if I can get a hold of it. So I'm going to pull my Safemoon token up here. So here's my Safemoon holdings, the 47 million, whatever it is. And if I refresh, it automatically goes up every 5 seconds. So it's not mineable, it's stakeable. So when you hold Safemoon, the longer you hold it, the more Safemoon you have. The number just keeps climbing. Every time I refresh, every 5 seconds, I'm getting additional Safemoon tokens. And that's how they incentivize people to hold on to it. And so when you have a Safemoon transaction, 10% of it, so it's a 10% transaction fee. 5% goes to individuals holding Safemoon as a reward, and then the remaining 5% gets divided again 50-50 for development and liquidity holdings, and the other goes to different places for development and so on like that. So it's an interesting project that continues to grow, and they want to implement this tokenomics system into their exchange for all cryptocurrencies, not just theirs. So if you hold BTC, or if you hold LT Litecoin or Dogecoin on their exchange, once they launch it, they'll be applying this tokenomics system to it, and you'll be accruing interest with their system, which I think is really cool. So it just keeps jumping up, which I think is awesome. And so we have just AIM responded. He must have just joined the chat. Welcome to the channel. We were talking about Safemoon earlier. In my opinion, I don't feel it's a scam. Again, I'll remind everybody that's just joining us, don't invest money that you can't afford to lose. It's a gamble. Anything in cryptocurrency is pretty much a gamble. This is such a new project. If you got in at the conception and you sold at the top a couple days ago, you're a millionaire. If you're just getting into it now, you still potentially have the opportunity to make millions. It's all about how strong you feel about the project, how strong you feel the community is about the project. I personally don't think it's a scam. I think the CEO and the rest of the development team, they're showing too much face in the project, meaning they're too public. For cryptocurrencies that pull the rug out from underneath you, you don't know who the development team is. You don't see them. You don't hear them talk. They're hiring actors. These guys have done multiple AMAs. They're doing one tonight. You can see who they are. You know who they are. You see their faces. I think that says a lot about the coin itself. And like I said earlier, you can go back and trace the website itself, the safemoon.net website, and you can see when it was originally purchased. So they've been working on this project for a few years and just recently launched it. Again, I don't feel it's a scam, but I could be wrong. I have money invested in Safemoon, as you just saw. I'm going to continue to hold. Even if it doesn't hit a penny and I get 0.005 out of it, I still make a crap ton of money. I'm going to hold. I think it's a great project. I'm going to hold until at least they come out with their exchange and they're on more exchanges. It's like I said, it's a gamble, and anything in the crypto space is really a gamble. It's so new to the world. It's so revolutionary, and there's so much talk, whether it be negative or positive, around any cryptocurrency. You always have to be careful. Hope that helps. Just AIM. So he's saying, I just bought some yesterday and he can't sell it today. You may have some issues selling it. You should be okay to sell it now. Binance, one of the main contributors to Safemoon exchanges and using PancakeSwap, was down for a little bit yesterday due to updates. However, they should be back online now. No problem. Well, welcome, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. What's that?
Sorry for interrupting. How long does it usually take to buy it?
So when I first bought Safemoon, I bought it. Let me pull up the chart here so I can tell you what day I bought it on. Safemoon chart. Let's go 1 month. So I bought it probably back on the 16th or 15th, right, almost at the very bottom before it spiked up, and it took me no time at all. It was very quick and easy. I transferred some crypto into the Trust wallet, bought some BNB, transferred the BNB to their BNB Smart Chain, and used PancakeSwap to get my hands on Safemoon. And really, that was the only way for people in the U.S. to do it. There are some other exchanges available, and there are more coming, I guess. So we have PancakeSwap is the one that I used, and there's a lot of people complaining about the price difference. And then we have Bitmart and Whitebit. I believe Whitebit was down yesterday, but they're back online now. So there are a few other options out there. And then if you go over to Safemoon's Twitter page, they said they just launched another exchange. So they're now on MXC listings as well. the MXC exchange. So we'll have to see how that develops. I mean, they've been hinting for the past couple of days that they're working on getting other exchanges. Hopefully we'll see something sooner than later. I'm trying to pull up the MXC exchange right now so we can take a look at it. Yep, looks like Safemoon is already on the MXC exchange. It's Safemoon and USDT is the trading pair. So it looks like they're live and up and running. So that's not listed on CoinMarketCap yet, but it is listed on their Twitter page as an exchange. And the current trading price on their site is 0.00006197. So it is lower, pretty low right now. However, it's a new exchange. I'm sure people are taking advantage of the fact that it's a new exchange and trying to get Safemoon at such a low price. I'm not sure if I can actually log into this site because, again, I'm here in the US, but somebody that's using a VPN or has an alternative route of getting around that KYC may have access to this exchange. It looks promising. It looks good. It looks clean. I haven't really heard of MXC Exchange before, but it looks good. Looks like they got a MX DeFi, decentralized finance, yield mining with one step. And they have pools, so you can actually connect miners to it, it looks like. Looks like they have a number of cryptocurrencies that you can mine. Tutorials, ETFs, margin trading. You can also buy crypto from their site as well. Looks good. Anybody out there has tried MXC? Please share. I'd love to hear your feedback if you have used it before. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to read a little bit on the chats here. Not too many people familiar with MXC, but looks good. Are you able to pull it up where you're at?
MXC.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on the website, but I'm so behind with all these wallets and everything. I was looking at Binance Chain extension wallet.
Yep. So that's a browser-based wallet, I believe.
Do I want what? Do I want that?
I don't use it. I'm not so sure about it. I know that there's a guy in the Discord server. Him and his son use that and MetaMask. They have good luck with it. Again, it's not something that I'm too familiar with.
A lot of research to be done.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I use for my on-chain or smart chain wallet, I use MetaMask and the Brave browser, and they're linked that way. So that's typically what I use. We got Francisco over in the chat. He goes, half hello. Congratulations on your channel. I watch you all the time. I'm getting 35 L3s delivered today, he says. I wanted to put them on to mine Litecoin, merge with Dogecoin, which is the best way to go about it. Today's a live stream. Our Safemoon CEO is excited. Second half of Francisco's message. I have Upload Wallet, and I mine GPUs on NiceHash. So which is the best way to go so far? All right, so Francisco, so to answer your question, first of all, definitely slide over to Discord, especially if you have 35 miners. We'd love to get you in our pool. There are a number of people in the Discord server that contribute to our Zerg party pool. So that's the first place. Depending on what firmware your machines are using, obviously turn them on, make sure they all function properly. And I would recommend updating your firmware to either Blizz is a good one. I have the free version saved thanks to a member of our Discord server who purchased it. I saved it. There is also Hive OS firmware, and I use Asic fw.io firmware, and I made the video about that one prior to all these live streams. So once you get set up, once you know your miners all work properly, you can connect them to our party pool if you'd like, or I recommend connecting them to Pro Hashing. And there is a link in the description down below for my affiliate link for Pro Hashing if you would like to join that one. Pro Hashing is a great site. They make it super easy to implement into multiple miners and monitoring multiple miners. So I think I have 2 of my miners actually hooked up to Pro Hashing right now, so I can show you guys. So it gives you a list of your individual miners. So I have right now they're in profit switching, so they're mining Digibit, but they may switch to Litecoin, they may switch to Dogecoin. They're going to automatically switch to the most profitable coin and pay me out accordingly. I don't recommend right now, where the market is so volatile, to pick one specific coin and mine it unless you're going to solo mine and you're trying to earn an entire block reward for yourself. Now with 35 miners, you definitely have the ability to do that, especially if you're going to overclock every single one of them to at least 700 mega hash. That is some serious hashing power that you have at your disposal. So you can either join the pro switching pool. So I'm just going to do some quick math here for you so we can all see what's going on. Let me slide this over. So you said you have 35 machines. Let's say you get a reasonable overclock, and you're going to overclock them to about 650 mega hash times the 35. So you're looking at 22,750 mega hash. So you should be earning about $488 a day if you use Pro Hashing's profit switching algorithm. Now that may be more beneficial to you than, say, solo mining a specific coin. I believe the payout for Litecoin right now is 12.5 Litecoin per block times the 200. I think it's like 250 right now, right? So it may take you a month, it may take you 2 months to find a block, but that block will give you about $3,100 US if you found a block. Me personally, I'd like the daily payouts. I'd rather take that $488 a day with my miners than try to solo mine and find a block on my own. That's my opinion. Again, join the Discord, start the conversation if you want, and I'm sure you'll get a lot of people that'll chime in and give you their opinions, and you can just pick which one you feel is going to be best for you. Hope that helped, Francisco. So Cool Hand says he wants to get into mining as cheap as possible. Buy a second miner. I don't know what kind of graphics card your PC has in it. Lots of guys mine with GPUs, older GPUs. If you're just looking to kind of experiment and learn more about the mining process, you can start with what you have on your computer and just play with the different softwares that are available, whether it be Unmineable or Phoenix or LOL or CG Miner or SG Miner. There's so many different softwares out there available for CPU and GPU mining that you can start there if you would like, or get on eBay or your local marketplace and try to find yourself a used ASIC miner, just so you understand on how the dashboards work and how to change parameters and so on. So that's what I would recommend, and then figure out which works best for you. Like I said, I played a little bit with GPU miners, However, Asic mining is definitely my forte. I like Asics far better. I have mine set up in a server rack in the other room, hooked up to its designated circuit breaker, and they just run and hum away. And I, plug them in and forget them. I check them every couple of days to make sure they haven't burned down my house or started any fires again. That's the route I went. Again, try them out. You can get some cheap software, some free software on your computer. Obviously, scan it first. Experiment with the hardware that you have for free on your computer, and then look for used hardware, whether it be an ASIC miner, an L3, or an older Bitmain Bitcoin miner that's really old, and then just practice and play with it. And as you get profit, you just upgrade from there. Hope that helped. All right, Francisco's back in the chat. He says, I'm from Venezuela. No energy charge. Thank you very much. I saw your video where you updated the firmware, and of course, I will. Thank you very much. Yeah, Francisco, it's. I mean, you're lucky not having an energy charge. That's great. Just be careful with your PSUs. I know there's a lot of guys out there right now that are complaining or having issues overclocking their L3s because the power supplies aren't able to hold the wattage. Currently, my PSUs are the stock Bitmain PSUs, and they're pushing between 1,250 watts to 1,300 watts each. My electrical cost is locked in at a set price, so I'm not super worried about it. And it makes it work for me. Just be careful when you overclock them or you update the firmware. You step it up incrementally. You don't just jump straight to the highest hash rate. Take baby steps all the way up and see and check your chip settings and make sure you don't have any bad chips or bad boards. I'm glad I could help, Cool Hand. We're always at the Discord server if you want to jump over there and chat with the members. There's an open marketplace on the Discord server as well if anybody's looking to buy, sell, or trade equipment as well. So what are your thoughts, Des? You've been quiet over there.
Yeah,
typing away.
This wallet, and I had to note down the new key, the new password, the words.
Yeah, don't want to lose that.
Yeah, no, for sure not. I backed it up on a key on a small drive that I will keep as a necklace. God damn it, I don't know what I'll do with it.
But safety deposit box or something, right?
I want still. Who knows? Yeah. Well, just sitting up here. By the way, my name is Luca.
Luca, it's nice to meet you. Luca. I'm John.
Nice to meet you, John.
And
so
again,
informative. I really need to. I feel like a student now. I need to note down everything, and I want to do it on the go. Like, can't procrastinate anymore.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, if you don't consider yourself a student of life, and you're just kind of skating by, you're never going to make it. You got to constantly be pushing yourself and constantly be trying to learn new things, or you're just going to grow stagnant. Whether it be cryptocurrency or some kind of investing or real estate investing, or just learning a new trade. I mean, I got to give my wife some serious props. I love my wife to death. When I first met her, she's a great cosmetologist and hairstylist, and now she's going back to school to be a vet assistant. I give her huge props for going back to school. Yeah, it's great. I myself, I'm constantly studying and constantly learning. I'm planning on getting my real estate license here in a couple of weeks. It's a constantly evolving situation. You got to constantly be learning and trying to push yourself to new higher levels. So that's the only way you can succeed, in my opinion. Unless you're really, really lucky.
Yeah, I can't bet on luck right now. I need to grind, do all these things to catch up. There's all this stuff that we need to do, and it seems we don't have enough time sometimes.
Yep, there's never enough time. I did read something interesting though, and it was a guy comparing, an everyday person to say Jeff Bezos and or Elon Musk, and says there's really no difference. We all have the
Right.
same limited amount of time. We all have the same limited time on this earth. It's just about how far you want to push yourself and how far you're willing to devote yourself to what you love or what you are willing to to risk to gain it all. You look at they yeah, granted they're genius people on a genius level, but it still takes a lot of hard work and a lot of time to get where they are. Just it's the same thing for anybody else on this planet. It's just about putting in the time and the effort to get what you want.
Thank you so much for the pep talk. I needed that right now.
it's
Fighting with not being employed because I'm too young, and everyone needs 3 years or of experience, and they pay with like 9 to 5 barely pays you around 500, 600 euros around here. Well, I myself am fortunate enough. I'm an aspiring middle class, so I have different kinds of problems. But
Yeah,
yeah, I still need to carry my own weight.
yeah, absolutely.
And
I mean, so I know you're new to the channel. I'll give you kind of a little bit of a backstory. Maybe this will inspire you a little bit. And I'm I'm only in my 30s. I haven't been doing YouTube for too long, but prior to YouTube and everything that I'm doing now, I worked multiple jobs. I worked as a teacher during the day, went home, kissed my wife, had a snack for about half an hour, and then I went to a second shift job and worked until 1 a.m. So you really got to
oh
be able to
god,
push. It's a struggle. And then I also ran multiple
yeah,
businesses on the side, whether it be my own fabrication company that I ran for years, or helping other people run their companies. If you're not willing to put the work in, it's never gonna you're never gonna make it. And it could be something small, but you got to be willing to put the work in to gain that small incremental change in your life. I worked for years and years and years, multiple jobs, and then one day I just looked at my wife and I said, I can't do this anymore. I'm killing myself, and I'm not following my dreams. So we sold my house. We took the profits that we made off my house. We moved to another state. I was able to not retire from what I did, but to kind of take a step back and take some time off to see if this YouTube vlogger type lifestyle could be beneficial and I could focus on my trading. So, but I worked for years and years and years to get to the point where I could say, I think we have enough saved up. I think we have enough cushion for me to try something new. But it took years and years and years and hard work, tons and tons
I
of hard
see.
work to get to that point.
It will pay off, man. Your journey sure is inspiring. Like it all pays off, I guess. It's you just need to get to that moment where you break even with life and you're
Yep,
confident about what's gonna happen. Like that, I think you're gonna get there, whatever your high ambition would be, because I think anyone strives for something really important.
yeah, I'm
Like
not.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not looking to be the next, big thing. I'm not looking to have,
But what is fame? What is being big things? You choose what you do with your
right,
life at this
right.
point. Shouldn't relate so much. And I think a good audience is 10 times more rewarding than obnoxiously large audience, but that becomes toxic sometimes and everything.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, just the community alone on Discord has been so inspiring, and to see how fast and how positive people are over on Discord, it's been such an eye opener. And my end goal here is just to be able to support my family and spend more time with them. Going from working, 18 hours a day to now I get to see my kids every morning and have dinner with them every night. That to me is worth it over any money that I will ever earn. Just being able to see them every day and have that opportunity versus what I used to do years ago. So that to me is
Mhm.
worth it all.
Yeah, for sure. I fully agree with you. I've been struggling with these questions of existentialism and all these things. I thought that maybe philosophy would answer my questions, but that's being human. There are no right answers. It's
Nope.
just we carve a journey for ourselves,
Yep.
and we should have fun because life is fun. There's a lot of things going on, a lot of places that we didn't see yet, and yeah, we gotta kind of make it financially. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
or not unfortunately, it's a step of life, I guess. It's
Yeah.
that's how our society has been made. We
Yeah.
kind of abide.
Yep. And in my opinion, you being the age that you are, hitting the working force now with everything that's going on with the pandemic and everything across the world is got to be super super hard.
Well, it's only been hard because instead of doing what I should have earlier on, I went on to study engineering and I've studied power engineering and then switched to a specialization which was about nuclear power engineering and it became just life training for 4 years. It wasn't something that I loved. It
Yep.
was a hard grind that ended up not rewarding me because good degrees don't mean that much in Europe anymore. It's about jobs that are asked for and I did find that programming seems very appealing to me, and I've been very passionate about tech, and I've been very passionate about product designs, and um, I don't know, I'm a gamer kid at heart, you know, so I'd like to carve our world with the efficient parts from gaming, like I don't know. For me, cryptocurrency first felt like that moment when they turned World of Warcraft gold into something that was stronger than some countries' currency at the time, which was crazy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, uh, went on a bit of a banter about these things, but
That's
yeah,
all right,
I
man.
take these signs. I have a good gut, like I have good instinct. I see these things and I
That's
appreciate
good.
that.
That's good, man.
Yes.
That's what you need right now in this world. You know,
Yeah.
and don't
Well,
get discouraged if you ever have the desire to come over to the states. I know that especially where I live on the east coast of the United States, from say
what state you live
Maine to
in?
Florida, there's a lot of nuclear power plants that are
Yeah.
struggling to
Yeah.
find people to work for them. So if you have a background in nuclear science and physics, like you're saying, that may be the option you want to check out.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I could do that. Some of my colleagues went to Japan, which is
Yep.
quite offering for that as well. And with our pop cultures now, Japan is very popular.
Yep.
It's just that I would rather use my time on this earth doing something that really gets my blood going. And I don't know, for me at this point, I'm just being led by my curiosity. And my curiosity got me here into putting my money somewhere better than holding it in cash where it's losing value.
Right.
Especially our national currency is losing so much value
Right.
nowadays.
Yep. Hey, well,
So
good for
yeah,
you, man, to see the kind of the forest through the trees and follow your gut. That says a lot about your character. Good job.
well, I'm a nerd at heart, and whenever you feel lonely, you end up on the internet, which has paid off for me. So yeah, it's so good to get some confirmation, to get some pep up talk sometimes, you know.
Yep. Yep.
It's hard because this financial security is really putting some of us into traps at some point, and we end up not doing what we love.
Yeah, it's a crazy world we live in right now for sure.
Yeah.
So we had a guy in the chat, Nick, asking about how much a used L3 Plus is going to cost him in power supply. So let's see what we got on eBay. You got to be careful with eBay. I mean, there's some scammers out there. So I'm seeing prices between never used, never opened at $2,500 down to used ones with power supplies at $910. Check your local marketplaces is what I recommend. You'll be surprised at what you find in your local areas. I'm not sure where you're at, Nick, or if you're in the States or someplace else. But I've found some great deals on Facebook Marketplace for used miners. I mean, we got two identical pictures here, just to show an example of scammers. We have two identical pictures right above and below each other. One's getting listed for $819.99, and one's at $304, and it's the same picture. So could be a possible scam. So that's the kind of thing you got to look out for. So Nick says he's from Chicago. Yeah, you may get real lucky in Chicago finding something secondhand on like a Facebook Marketplace or even Craigslist. Even what I've done in the past is I've gone to local computer stores and just asked them if they had any old GPUs that they're willing to sell that they pulled out of older rigs. It's not something they can put in on another customer's PC, so they may be willing to sell you like a 1060 for $30 just to get it off their shelf because they don't care about it. So that's also an option for you, is just to kind of drive around and find your local, repair shops or pawn shops, look inside older computers if you want to go that route. But I really wouldn't pay more than say $1,000 for an L3 right now. The price is gonna go up and down for the next couple months. When I first made my L3 video, when I updated the firmware to the Asic FW firmware, I think I paid like $300 or $400 for the miner and the power supply together. So now looking at them for $1,000, I mean, I could sell my L3s right now and make a profit off of it, but I'm just going to hold on to them, obviously. Yeah, these are some crazy high prices, and a lot of that has to do with how high Dogecoin is and how popular Dogecoin is.
About how much is an L3 miner around there?
So a used one, I'm looking at between
Yeah, I used one.
800 to $1,000. Some are listed at
Really?
some are even listed higher. Some guy's saying he's got brand new ones in the box for 2,400.
Well, a used one is around 500 euros around here.
Mm-hmm.
Even less at the moment. They might be scammy. You never know. We deal with a lot of scams too, but
I mean, the real connection to do is to network and try to find somebody that has access to China or Hong Kong directly, and buy them almost factory direct and have them shipped over and save yourself some money. And that's what a lot of these suppliers do, is they find connections on the ground near Bitmain, near where they're manufactured, and buy them directly, factory direct, and ship them to the States. So I'm on the Bitmain site right now. I don't even think they list them anymore in Bitmain. Yeah, they're only showing one miner on the Bitmain site itself.
what calculator should I use for it? If I have a hash rate, should I go somewhere and estimate how much that hash rate would make me?
It depends on how in depth you want to get into. I recommend sticking.
Rough estimate.
Yeah, I recommend sticking to the pool that you're going to use. So, for example, I prefer to use ProHash. If I'm not in the party pool with my Discord server, I use ProHashing, and ProHashing has a great calculator that breaks it down. You can break it down per coin. You can enter your wattage. You can enter all sorts of information, but it gives you a good value price. Whether you're sticking solo mine with a specific coin, or if you're going to use their pro switching software, the pro switching algorithm. So I like the ProHashing calculator because I think they're going to give you a more accurate representation of what you can earn without adding in electrical cost,
in
obviously.
the Explorer, what should I choose? Since I want to make some rough numbers and I don't have everything set up. I just want to look at a number. If I'm, let's say, deciding to get one of these miners, I think it might be a good start. right?
Yeah, if you're going ASIC, I would definitely use ProHash.
Mm-hmm.
ProHashing.com has a real simple, right underneath the tools tab, worker configuration, and all you do is you leave it manufacturer at custom. You select your algorithm that you want to run, and you just enter in your mega hash, and it gives you a rough number.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, no problem, Nick. I mean, I hope you slide it over to the Discord server and join the conversation. There are some guys that are always selling equipment over there as well, so maybe somebody has some old equipment they'll be willing to sell you, or I know a lot of guys will keep their eye open for individual marketplaces, whether they be in North Carolina or Virginia or California. And we'll share the Facebook posts on the Discord server so you can get your hands on it and maybe connect with somebody on the Discord in one of those local areas to pick it up for you and ship it to you. So that may be an alternative route to using eBay or your local marketplace. So back to your question about calculating hashing rate. So again, like I said, I use prohashing.com. It's got a great tool. And then you also have...
So you go to Explorer and choose a coin to get started? Or no, it's about pooling.
So to do any kind of mining, you got to connect to a mining pool. So the pool that I use is prohashing.com. And once you go to prohashing.com, you just pull up worker configuration, and you can select your algorithm and your hash rate.
Mm-hmm.
And then another good one is whattomine.com. So whattomine.com will give you GPUs, they'll give you ASIC, they'll give you specific coins, and so on. Little bit more in depth, but it also gives you, so if you select ASIC, you can say I got a script miner. I'm going to be mining with 13,000 mega hash. I can calculate, and it'll say that mining Nice Hash is the most profitable, or mining Dogecoin is the most profitable, and it'll break it down like that for you.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people forget that you can't. It's very, very well. You can. It's very, very difficult to mine Dogecoin directly because it is a merge mine coin, meaning that it is tied to Litecoin. You cannot mine Dogecoin without mining Litecoin, and vice versa.
Do these machines last for a long time? If I get a used one, is there some kind of something I should check them for?
So whenever you're buying a used machine, whenever you're buying a used machine, I would ask the seller to turn it on and have him connect it to a pool or a site that you pick. Say, hey, can you turn it on and connect it to this pool so I can monitor it, and you can make sure that it's getting the appropriate hashing power firsthand. If they're not willing to do that, the second choice is, hey, can you take a screenshot with the date at the bottom showing me that everything is up and running of the configuration page of the miner. If they're not willing to do either of those things, it's not something that I would waste my time on buying.
Okay. I will use this advice.
There's a lot of scammers out there that will sell you secondhand miners that are burnt out. It may turn on and may have some hashing power, but it's got a dozen bad chips on it and you're not getting full power out of it. So just, have them turn it on. Like I said, connect to a pool of your choice with your password, or take a dated screenshot of the configuration page so you can see everything is running properly. All right, run it a little long here. I got some people asking about the giveaway. I did mention a giveaway. Yeah, I mentioned a giveaway on the Discord server. So Not super exciting, but it is exciting to me because this is the first time I've done something like this. If you're not aware of it, I have a merch store, sidehustleenterprise.com, where I sell t-shirts and cups and all sorts of things with my logo and crypto memorabilia on it. One of the things that I recently created and kind of put out there for everybody, if you follow my channel, you know that I day trade on a regular basis, not just crypto, but stock market and Forex. I'm very textile. I like to write things down firsthand and keep track of it that way rather than putting it in an Excel sheet. At the end of the year, I'll put it in an Excel sheet. At the end of a quarter, I'll put it in an Excel sheet. But when I'm day trading, I keep everything in a journal in front of me. So I put this together based upon my experience as a teacher, that I think it's a good resource for either somebody just starting in trading or somebody that is a advanced trader, just to kind of get their notes and their ideas in one place and kind of get an understanding of the direction that their trades are going in. So this is my giveaway. It's my trading journal that I created. It's pretty thick. Let's see here. It's 121 pages broken down into each week of the year. It just breaks it down fairly simple, your weekly goals and your individual tracking. So I'll be giving away 3 of these to anybody who really wants them. Shoot me a comment. Once this video is over, hit me up on Discord if you'd like one, and I'll pick 3 random people to ship these out to. You can always check them out a little bit further if you want to see what's in the inside of them. Again, sidehustleenterprise.com is my website. You can take a look there, and there's a digital copy for sale on the website, and there is a full version of this available on Amazon as well. So if you don't win it and you're still interested in it, please go ahead, check it out. Hit me up on Discord, and I'll give you a discount code if you're interested. So that's what I'm giving away today. My first giveaway other than the lottery that we had yesterday. So again, shout out to all the winners of the lottery. We gave out 8,456 Dogecoin in the lottery to 3 lucky winners. They are already been paid out. They are happy. And now we're giving away my trading journal firsthand. So if you're interested in that, again, hit me up in the comments section here or on Discord, and I will pick 3 lucky people to get the journal. Hopefully that was worth the wait.
Sounds pretty good.
So we got more questions over here. Let me answer these questions. I know this live stream's been running a little bit longer than usual, but we got some good questions in here. Wish we went on buying mining hardware. I already finished installing the electricity and everything I need, and I can find any good hardware to price ratio. So to answer your question about buying mining equipment, again, if you're buying it secondhand, be very careful. There's so many places like eBay, your local marketplace on Facebook, and so on. Make sure that the equipment is running properly. Have them share their mining configuration page or have them connect to your pool if you're buying it secondhand. You can also use the site asicminervalue.com. They have a full vendor list of tested cryptocurrency suppliers, whether it's tested, whether they're skeptical or not. So they say, if I scroll down here on the list, you can see that some of these cryptocurrency miners are untested. Doesn't mean that they're bad, just saying that they don't know whether they're, reputable or not. But they do have a number of tested miners or vendors that sell mining equipment that you can check out. And it's just going to be price shopping and figuring out, what's going to work best for you versus shipping. If you're having it shipped overseas to you, or you're in the United States and you're buying from someone in the United States, you might be able just to pick it up or do local USPS to ship it to you, which is cheap. You're going to have to do some serious digging. There's not just one answer I can give you. I can show you where the list is here on asicminervalue.com. Check that list out. You got Miner Bros is another one that's not on the list, but they're a decent company that sells them. Gonna have to do some digging. Sorry, man. It's just the way it is. It's the way the the ecosystem is right now around cryptocurrency hardware.
Would you buy hardware that is almost rusty and old? For example, I had a seller offer me T9 hardware
Okay.
for 400 each, but they seem pretty aged.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I've bought secondhand equipment before and I've been burned on it, like meaning it doesn't work. But I've also, like you said, I've bought rusted equipment that does work. It all depends on where they've ran the equipment. Like for example, if you're on the East Coast and you're near the ocean in the United States and you're running equipment because it's cooler near the ocean, you're going to get some of that salt there. It's going to rust some of the equipment. However, I'd have them test it, show them, have them take a screenshot or live feed of the machine running with you know, the hashing specs behind it so you can see that everything works correctly. That would make me feel far more comfortable buying it once I know that everything is operational. Because if everything is operational when you buy it, you can always clean it up and repair it as you go. You can buy, if you're ASIC mining, you can buy secondhand hashing boards and plug and play. So if you're getting them for a good price and it's already getting decent hashing power and it's working, it might get you by and get you some profits, and then you can kind of clean up and repair hashing boards and so on.
So basically, as long as the hardware works and it acts fine, you would actually recommend going in on them, even though that they probably worked for a long time beforehand.
Yeah, I mean, I got one sitting here right next to me. I don't know if you're watching on YouTube. I know you're chatting with me on Discord, but I have a T9 Plus that I rebuilt. This machine came to me completely thrashed. It was the fans were rusted on it. It is an aluminum case, but I pulled it apart, cleaned it pretty well with some dust off and some alcohol, scrubbed it all down, and plugged it back in, and I got all three boards to work and all chips to work fine. It just needed some cleaning. They were overheating, but the guy sold it to me on a discount because he couldn't figure out why the boards were dead. So you might get lucky with an instance like that, but yeah, as long as it works and it's nothing super crazy. I mean, I wouldn't buy it if I saw rust on the actual circuit board. That's a little harder to clean off than seeing rust on like a rusty screw that holds down a case. You know what I'm saying? So it all depends on what you're comfortable in and how far you think you'll be willing to take it if it does break down or willing to lose.
Did you flash the T9 with a custom firmware? Because for the ones I have, I couldn't flash anything because of the signature thing.
Yep. So I was able to. I got that same error with the signature page as well in the T9. It does have an SD. Mine does have an SD slot or SD card slot on the front. So what I did was I used the Asic FW.io firmware on an SD card and was able to hard flash the PCB that way versus doing it over Ethernet.
What are your temps pretty much looking at, like on the T9?
On the T9, that one I think was right around 68. But again, right where I live right now, it's fairly cold, and I have a window open, so they're sucking in cold air. But anything over 78 to 85, your temperatures are super hot, and I'd be very careful on your chips.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Let me see. I could probably pull up my miners here. 192.
Do you usually hold or liquidate what you've mined?
I break it down. So, for example, right now, I'm mainly mining. I'm using my L3s primarily to mine, and I'm getting my payouts in Dogecoin, and I hold 80% of it in Dogecoin on my Coinami wallet or my Crypto.com wallet, and it just stays there. And then the other 20%.
Have you been doing that before it exploded?
Yes.
Oh man.
So, and then I take 20% and I liquidate. I primarily use Coinami. So everything that I mine goes to my Coinami wallet. And for my Coinami wallet, because fees are fairly cheap transferring out of Coinami or into Coinami, I use, my crypto.com wallet to sell or liquidate my assets. And then I also have core wallets if I'm going to hold a new project longer. So like Safemoon will go on a core wallet or a wallet that is, hardware locked. But primarily those are my two ins and outs. Is I use Coinami to collect my mining asset, and I use crypto.com to liquidate my asset because they have their CRO token, which you can stake and get rewards on, or they have a Visa card that you can, I can go to my local store and swipe it, I can be in line selling my cryptocurrency, and as soon as I get up to the register, swipe my card and buy whatever I want. So I use my cryptocurrency that I actually mine. Nice. It makes it super easy.
Do you know if crypto.com Visa card is US only, or?
I don't believe so, because I believe it was released in Europe and the UK prior to it coming to the US.
I can confirm that we've had it in Europe for a bit of time now. We have these ATMs that you can work them with, but not a lot of vendors are willing to.
Gotcha. So so if you're still following on YouTube, I'm gonna put up my miners so everyone can see them. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I'm there.
All right, so here are two of my L3s that I got running right now. So you can see kind of where my temperatures are at. So both my fans are spinning fairly high at 4300 or 4380, but my chips are still up between 66 and 72 is my highest chip. And I'm extremely overclocked on my L3s. I'm getting 722.09 mega hash on average or roundabout for my L3s. And these ones, I reset mine about every week. So this one's only been up for about 10 hours or so. But that's pretty much what I get consistently.
Yeah, the L3 is pretty crazy.
It's got some good hardware in it, so it can be overclocked to some high limits. The T9 isn't bad. I like the T9 because it only has 3 cards, so it allows for more airflow, I feel. So that's why I purchased the T9s. They're smaller units and they're fairly easy to fix and clean up. Got some comments over here. Make sure I don't miss out anybody's question. Yeah, it's absolutely so. Jay was saying it's a seller's market right now. Ether wait for a crash. Oh, look, bulk buy. Yeah, bulk buy is huge. If you can get multiple miners at once, that's where you're going to save the money. The more miners, the more hashing power you obviously put into a pool, the more you're going to get paid out. So it's worth the ROI.
Would you start a mining farm at this time? Like at the current market?
Would I start a mining farm? I used to have a mining farm. I had about, I want to say, at any given time, I think I had 42 running L3s. Now I'm down to bare minimum. But that was when I was living in Florida and I had access to solar power and everything else. And I was, managing a farm for somebody. If I had the assets now, would I run a farm? Absolutely. I'm a big supporter of the cryptocurrency, whether it be Dogecoin or Litecoin or whatever else. If I had if I had the asset, I would absolutely set up a new farm. And, where I live now, I have cheaper power. So it wouldn't be too expensive for me to set one up. Something I have been talking about on the Discord server. What I've done in the past and what I think about I'm going to be looking for space to do now is to host mining equipment for a fee. So basically you send me your miner that you have already purchased, it's yours, and I just plug it in for you, and all you do is pay electrical fee for it, and that's it. And I just keep it running in a nice clean space.
would it be possible for you to show me your T9? Because I really got a good deal on those. As the seller pretty much said, if you buy 5 pieces or more, you would give it for way cheaper.
Yep.
Than
So yeah, again,
$400.
you're buying them in bulk, so you're getting that discount. I can't do it right now on the live stream. I'd have to walk away and shut down the live stream to plug it in because they are in a separate room that's kind of closed off and soundproofed. But what I can do, since you're in the Discord server, I will plug one in for you, and I'll take some screenshots so you can at least see my temperatures.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. All right. Anybody else got any crazy questions before we take it off? I think that's going to be it for me today. Again, if anybody's interested in that giveaway, that trading journal, that is available. Just send me a message either on Discord or here in the live chat. Just tell me you want it. Just say I want it, and I'll pick 3 lucky people, and I'll send them your way.
You know what? I'll be sending out myself.
Yeah, cool hands. If you're on Discord, send me a DM. I know Roman, who's usually in the chat with us on the live streams, he's also interested in it as well. Where I'm located on the East Coast, I'm near a hydro plant, so my electricity is super cheap. I'm just trying to find an appropriate space currently to host everything that has the proper power. I could probably host maybe 10 units in my current location where I live now. However, I think my family would kill me with the amount of noise that they generate. All right, so
how much do you pay for electricity there?
My electrical cost is right around 0.06 kilowatt an hour. So it's
you guys pay that much?
It's mine's still half of what the national average is. Yeah,
actually.
Unless you got solar or hydro in your backyard, you're paying some heavy fees for electrical in the States. So if you didn't catch the spiel earlier, I'm going to give you guys a quick preview of what the giveaway is. It's a little clearer here. So I'm giving away a hard copy of my trading journal. It's a trade tracker, the easiest way to track all your trades. The digital version is available on my website. I do have 50% discount codes as well if you're interested in just buying the digital version of it and printing out your own. If you'd like a hard copy of it and you don't win the free giveaway, they are available on Amazon as well. But the inside, so your front page is going to look like this. You're going to give your profile information, if you run a business type, what you kind of do, what the business name is, what brokerage or exchanges you are using, your starting balance, start date, end date, and of course your quarterly dates and goals. Exchanges that you're using, so like if you're in the United States, it'd be USD, crypto maybe, some notes, and it breaks it down here at the bottom, a little glossary of what we got going on and what my terminology means for the following pages. So each week you have a weekly goal tracker, so you fill out the top, what your current holding is week to week, what your starting is, what your ending value of your portfolio is, maybe take some notes there next to it. So typically what I do, where it says weekly tracker, I'll put in how much I have on Robinhood, how much I have on Webull, how much I have in cryptocurrency on crypto.com, and I give a list of my entire holdings and I add everything up. Then typically what I'll do is, like down in the notes, I only track my day trades on my most active accounts. I don't track all of my day trades. I just track the ones that are most relevant. Pretty much that's everything on Robinhood or Webull is what I'm tracking right now, because those are the ones I'm trading options on. And then the following page, you have where it breaks down. So you got your ticker symbol, whether it be Dogecoin or T for AT&T or AMC, whether you're buying stocks, options, or cryptocurrency, whether it's a call put, the quantity of your trade or the expiration date, the average cost per coin or per share, opening value, closing value, and your profit or loss. This is how I track all of my trades. This is how I stay on top of myself, and I help eliminate or monitor at least the emotion that's going into my trades. If this is something you guys are interested in, if this is something you're interested in starting, whether you're a beginner trader or you're a more experienced trader, again, shoot me a comment, say you want one. I'll pick 3 lucky people to get the hard copy, and then I'll pick another 3 people and I'll send them discount codes for the digital copy as well if you're interested. Got a little bit of a discussion going on over here in the chat. Let's see what it says. Okay. Do you think I should cash out of my Safemoon now? I'm down a few G's. Shall I take the loss and move on? Is it a scam? No, it's not. I think so too. A lot of the numbers don't match up, but I don't want to see what they have to say. If it's a scam, why are Binance supporting them? Good point. Why is Binance supporting a scam? I think there's a lot of scams out there that are trying to copycat Safemoon because they are so successful so fast. And we've talked about this at the beginning of the live stream as well. I'm invested in live stream. If you're just joining the chat, I'm invested in Safemoon. Sorry. I'm pretty heavily invested in Safemoon. I'm up 10x right now, so I could cash out and walk away with quite a bit of money. However, I'm not going to. I don't feel it's a scam. I don't think that the CEO and the dev team would be so vocal and so open if it was a scam. They're doing live AMAs. There's one today. They've already done a previous one. They're confronting all of the FUD. I really don't think a scam or a scammer or a scam company or scam crypto would be so vocal in defending themselves. They're taking a lot of pride in the crypto that they're building. That's why I don't think it's a scam. When we looked at SafeStar earlier and Safe Mars, those look like scams to me. Those are very poor websites. They are cookie cutter websites. Safemoon has definitely put some time and some serious effort into their project. They're built, whether it be exchanges and so on. They understand there's a price discrepancy on PancakeSwap or Whitebit or Bitmart, whatever it may be. They understand, and they're sharing their concerns with everybody, saying, hey, look, we understand your concerns. We understand there's an issue. We're trying to rectify it. We're doing our best. Bear with us. We saw that tweet from War on Rugs saying that it was 50% of the liquidity is owned by the development team. They're saying, no, it's not. It's locked up. It's there for development. It's not ours. They've shown us the wallets. They've shown us a lot of evidence that fights the fact that it's not a scam. Again, I'm invested in it, but I'm willing to lose what I've invested in it because I feel that the gains are far more valuable than losing. You know what I'm saying? It's worth the risk to me is what I guess roundabout way of saying it. It's definitely worth the risk. I'm fine risking $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 with the opportunity to make $50 million. I'm all about it. And they could definitely hit that once the exchange opens. If you buy in now and you lock up 400 million coin and it hits a cent, 1 penny, and you have 400 million tokens, you're a multimillionaire. Like that. Super simple. To me, it's worth it. I don't make your own decision though. It's your own risk.
This has been a very productive session.
Yeah, it's been fun. We got another Doge or Safemoon. Why not both? I mine and hold Dogecoin, and I just bought a crap ton of Safemoon. Why not both?
Do you think it's gonna dip?
Dogecoin?
Or yeah, like if it ever goes under 30 or
Let
above
me,
that, you think it will ever go to like 5 cents again? Or
so I got a chart pulled up for everyone to see on YouTube. I drew this chart days ago. I drew this chart back on the 17th, and we're now on the 21st. My resistance lines are holding strong. My Fibonacci lines are holding real tight. We're seeing some serious resistance. I mean, we watched it climb. You can see where it hit each resistance line on the Fibonacci chart as it climbed, and then it topped out, right at around 43, 43.9, 0.43, 0.44 cents, just under that 50-cent mark, and it dipped. But it wasn't a massive dip. You guys you got to look at the whole chart. Got to look at the big picture. We're not seeing a new low. We're getting higher highs without meeting those lower lows. We're still in an upward trend. Just because we saw a little bit of a dip, it's not a bad thing. To me, it would be a crash if it punches past 20 cents. If it punches past 15 cents, that would be a crash to me. Still wouldn't sell my coins, but that to me signals a crash. This does not. Where the market is now for Dogecoin does not signal to me a crash. Look how strong. So we have 420, okay? We saw the 420 dip. Everyone was expecting to see some major pumps on 420, and we dipped. We dipped all the way down, right? But look at this resistance line. Look right on the Fibonacci sequence here. Nice, strong resistance. It just keeps bouncing off that line. And now we're starting to see some green candles. And I'm looking at a 1 hour chart. I'm not looking at a 30-minute. I'm not looking at a 5-minute. I'm looking at a 1 hour chart. So these are strong signals. And it just keeps touching on that Fibonacci sequence. Bounce, 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 bounce. And we talked about earlier, Dogecoin has some serious catalysts that are still in the pipeline. We have Coinbase. We have Robinhood wallets. We have the Doge Dex, their own cryptocurrency exchange. We only have the beta version out yet. They're not scheduled to release the final version of their Doge exchange until May. We got some huge catalysts for Dogecoin. We have, Elon typically doesn't post on 420. 420 is not about pumping Dogecoin. It's about giving back to your community and doing right by, each other and helping each other out. That's what Doge Day is all about. It's not about pumping a coin. That's why Elon typically waits to the 22nd and 23rd to tweet something, to make a comment about Dogecoin. That's why we haven't seen anything yet. I'm still super bullish on Dogecoin. I think we're definitely going to see at least 50 cents, if not $1 by the end of the year. I'm holding on to it. I'm big time invested in it. I'm also up quite a bit, so it doesn't matter to me whether it dips down to 15 cents. I'm still up on it because I've been holding it for years. But I'm not selling until at least it hits $5. I'm going to hold for the next 5 years until it hits that $5 mark. That's where I stand on Dogecoin. Safemoon, I think, is a fun project. I think
if you don't want to miss it if it actually works out.
Right, exactly.
You don't want to be that guy that regrets not going in.
Everyone forgets all cryptocurrencies started off as a hype coin, as a hype project. It's not until they've been out for years and years where they kind of say, okay, they've been out for 2 years. They've been out since 2013 when Dogecoin came out, 2014. Safemoon is definitely right now considered a hype coin. I'd rather be at the bottom floor of a hype coin and ride it out for the next year and wait for their exchange to come out and get that 10 cent or 1 cent, valuation and make millions of dollars. I bought Safemoon and it's on a wallet I'm going to completely forget about. I'm going to put it away. I'm not going to look at it. I've invested in it what I'm willing to lose, and I'm not touching it. I'm going to put it away. I'll check the price every once in a while. I'll talk about it because it's popular here on YouTube and Twitter, but I'm not touching it. I'm not looking at it. I'm not thinking about it. That's what the hype coin is to me right now. If it shoots up to a cent and I become a millionaire, I'll make sure I'll blast it on YouTube and Discord, and I'll let everybody know, and I'll do a huge, massive giveaway. But until that time, I'm not thinking about it. We'll talk about it if you want, but my holdings, I already consider that asset gone. I'll reap the reward if it ever comes. Same with Dogecoin.
One more last question, and
Yeah.
it might be a stupid one, but isn't having a market cap, or like, yeah, the having a limited amount, is there an unlimited amount of Doge? Can it be mined like forever? Doesn't it have a limit?
Right. So Doge is uncapped. There's an unlimited supply of Dogecoin, which is not too different than the US dollar right now, is it? I mean, we can keep printing USD all day long, every day. There's nothing really backing our USD anymore. So I don't know why people are so worried about Dogecoin not having a cap. There is a set amount of Dogecoin that can be mined every single year. That's what gives its evaluation, its power, its ability to hold a value. You can only mine so much. So the more people are using Dogecoin or other cryptocurrencies as a source of payment, the more value it's going to have, the more the miners are going to, get paid out, the more the transaction people are paying into the transaction fees. That's what gives cryptocurrencies their power. It's not how long you hodl something. It's the use case. Can you actually use it in a day-to-day basis? Dogecoin not having a cap is not a big deal, and it really shouldn't be a big deal, because we want to use Dogecoin to replace a currency. We want one Doge to be worth one Doge. It's a crypto, in my opinion, and I've talked about this before. Maybe I'm saying it incorrectly and people aren't really fully understanding me. I don't really care if Bitcoin is 56,000 USD. I don't care if Dogecoin is 35 cents. I'm waiting to the point where I can go, a Doge is a Doge. Not a Doge is worth 35 cents. One Doge is valued at one Doge. That's what's important, is we completely revamp our financial structure. How much is that car? 35 Doge. How much is that house? 3 Bitcoin. Whatever it may be, you completely eliminate that USD framework. You want the cryptocurrency to be worth whatever you give it value as. Right now, our valuation system is USD and these other fiats. That's how we're basing these cryptocurrencies. It won't be fully adopted until we stop considering cryptocurrencies that way. And you go to the store and you use, it's Doge's, 3 Doge for a cup of coffee, whatever it may be. That's when we have full adoption. That's when we start seeing true intrinsic value in our cryptocurrency. We're not there yet. We're at like a 2% adoption rate for the entire world. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Bitcoin becomes the new gold standard. Fine. We need cryptocurrencies like Dogecoin that have fast transaction speeds to be able to buy and sell things on a fast time basis. You go to your store, you go to your, you're trading something, buying a GPU, buying a cup of coffee, whatever it may be, and it's a fast transaction. That's why we need cryptocurrencies like Doge, and having no cap on them makes it beneficial in the long run, in my opinion, than putting a cap on it. We could get to that point in time where, we're already seeing it now. Bitcoin has surpassed the value of gold, the gold standard. It's now the Bitcoin standard, right? We have huge hedge funds, and we have huge banks that are buying into Bitcoin because of the valuation of it. It's more lucrative to invest in cryptocurrency right now than it is to invest in gold. And I know there's that huge argument out there is, what if, the internet crashes? What if, the whole financial structure crashes? Same thing could be said about the dollar. We'd all be screwed because there's nobody that really, maybe a small portion of us here in the United States and across the world, that actually have silver and gold in their house or in a safety deposit box. Because if the whole ecosystem crashes, that's where it's going to fall back to. It's going to fall back to gold and silver and the metals. But everything between silver and gold coins up until now, if the system crashes, that's all going bye-bye. USD, all the fiats, all the cryptocurrency, it's all going away, not just crypto. And people have to realize that we're such at a small infancy when it comes to USD and fiat and cryptocurrency. wasn't too long ago that we were all trading gold and rocks and everything else and gems for what we wanted. It's just changing form a little bit, that's all.
Well, I see it happening in a not so far future.
Yep.
I think we'll end up like truly paying with cryptocurrencies wherever we go.
Yep.
And it makes sense. Like, it should be easier than that.
Yeah, I mean, just our world in general, we are so divided when it comes to currency. You know, there's so many different currencies out there, hyperinflation, everything else. A single currency would do, and that's what kind of Elon Musk's take on everything is. We need a world currency. That's what cryptocurrency. That's what he sees, I guess, for cryptocurrency, a world currency, a world standard, not just the USD or the euro or the ruble, whatever it may be, just one currency. That's what it's going to come down to. And whether I see it in my lifetime, I have no idea, but it's definitely fun to watch.
It's fine to grow with it. It's fun. Yeah. Whew, so much to take in.
It's a lot, man, and I could go on. I could go on and on and on. That's pretty much why I have this channel, so I can get away with talking and ranting. But I think I got my kids knocking at the door. It's getting late here for me. I think I'm going to sign off for the day. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks to the guys on Discord who chimed in and were sharing their opinions and talking with me. Again, this is something we do every Wednesday. It's Market Watch Wednesday. It's a live AMA, so if you'd like to tune in and join the chat, encourage you to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and make sure you slide over to Discord so you can join me live on YouTube. And again, if you're interested in that Trading Journal giveaway, make sure you comment down below that you want one, or slide over to Discord and tell me you want one. Again, I'm giving away 3 of those, and I'm giving away, let's say 3 to 5 codes for the digital version of it as well. And until next time, guys, take it easy and make sure you're safe. Have a good one.